The International Atomic Energy Agency, the IAEA, or simply the Agency for its staff, has become known for its nuclear inspections. This describes one of its roles, but by no means the only one. Worldwide, the IAEA shares nuclear technology to treat cancers and diagnose diseases. Nuclear techniques improve crop yields and help fight pests, reducing poverty worldwide. The International Atomic Energy Agency was established in Vienna in 1957. It has a mandate to accelerate and enlarge the contribution of atomic energy to peace, health and prosperity throughout the world. The best known peaceful use of the atom is nuclear power. It's a reliable source of low-carbon electricity. Rising populations demand more and more energy each year. And nuclear power is the source of around 14% of the world's electricity. Globally, about 60 nuclear power reactors are under construction. Over 100 more have been written into the development plans of governments for the next 2 decades. Since its inception, this agency has been entrusted with the task of verifying that nuclear materials are not diverted to any military purpose. Called international safeguards, this verification system was created to keep an eye on nuclear materials. Agency inspectors visit nuclear sites to account for these materials. The tsetse fly. A bite by the fly transmits a disease known as nagana in animals and sleeping sickness in humans. Both can be fatal. More than 50 million people are threatened by this disease. The agency's scientists launched a war against the tsetse fly in Zanzibar in the mid-90s. Thousands of flies were grown in colonies, then the male flies were separated and sterilized by short bursts of radiation from a radioactive source. A measured dose makes the insect infertile. This method is known as the sterile insect technique. In a project that lasted several years, the sterile male flies were dropped from a plane into the wild and mated with the female ones. But the union produced no offspring. The remaining population gradually died out. Several agricultural research centres in Vietnam help rice farmers. Original rice varieties receive a burst of radiation that brings about changes in the seeds and plants. These changes happen in nature over a long period of time, while radiation quickly wakes up the sleeping genes. In several years, high-yield rice is produced, with resistance to pests and diseases. Cancer is reaching epidemic proportions in developing countries, where it kills 10 people every minute. A single radiotherapy machine can deliver thousands of treatments and save many lives. Through its international program of action for cancer therapy, the agency helps countries in the developing world to set up cancer control programs. In 2005, the Nobel Peace Prize was awarded to the staff of the International Atomic Energy Agency and its Director General, Dr. Mohammed El-Baradei, for their efforts to ensure that nuclear energy is used for peaceful purposes only. The IAEA helps countries to increase the safety and security of nuclear and radioactive materials. It develops safety standards for nuclear installations to help prevent accidents, like the partial meltdown at 3 Mile Island in the United States in 1979, and the Chernobyl disaster in 1986, a human tragedy and a catastrophic blow for the whole industry. The event that seemed to halt nuclear power paradoxically provided an incentive to review nuclear power safety worldwide. Nations have understood that nuclear safety is a global concern. International teams visit nuclear power plants for safety reviews and exchange of best practices to restore public trust in nuclear power generation. How How secure are nuclear power plants? Can nuclear thieves penetrate a plant for destructive ends? International security experts team up to look harder at how nuclear material is protected. The peaceful use of nuclear energy advanced by the Iaea, which has been led by Director General Yukiya Amano since December 2009, has become an indispensable tool in medicine, industry and agriculture. A technical agency with a human dimension and a mission of peace.